Test one, two, three. Test one, two, three. Can you hear me? One, two, three. Test one, two, three. My name is Alex Goff. This is Daily Rock News. And today is October 7th, 2025. How's it going, Rock World? This is my second episode, along with a few short videos. I've posted some content today. Make sure to check those out. I post all of my videos on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads. So, whatever is your preference, you can find it on there. Today, I talked a little bit about Ozzy and my own original music. So today the big news was Ozzy's new documentary on Paramount Plus came out, No Escape from Now, which is confusing because I think another documentary called Coming Home came out a week ago or so. And so that one's on YouTube and it's about 50 minutes and it's about Sharon. I'm sorry, it starts with Sharon driving a vehicle, whereas the other doc that I'm talking about on Paramount Plus looks more like a very put together documentary, whereas the Coming Home, I don't know, they both look put together actually, but then the one I'm talking about on Paramount is 2 hours and it goes from 2018 and leads up to now. It's crazy how recent the documentary ends. It's like, whoa, the ending is like a month ago. Well, time flies. July is a few months now. But man, that documentary takes you for a trip, shows you through Ozzy's journey, his fight through hell to get to that last show. And everyone who followed closely knew it was bad. What we might not have realized was that it was even worse than we thought, than we knew, which is crazy because how bad it was. He every time something would improve, it seemed like two things got worse. And it's just so sad to think about how he is not with us anymore. How I've been so used to these last few years of feeling like he's just hanging on and good thing we still have him. And seeing this footage, it's almost like he's still here, but he is gone. Excuse me. The documentary talked about the first reason he got really messed up. Like go back to 2018. He was, and I'm not going to spoil the whole thing. I just want to lay the ground for you. He was just walking back to bed late at night and thought he was jumping into bed, but he was off and jumped and went straight on the ground, face plant, hands smacked into the ground, and he basically there was like a loud thud, and he said, "Sharon, please call the ambulance. I've broken my neck." And that took them down a long journey because just unfortunately, everything the doctors tried to do didn't work or went totally wrong, which sucks. And I understand things are complicated. It's very easy to say, let's have public execution for these doctors. But I don't want to pretend I even start to know the ins and outs of medical, how all that works. You know, I'm a musician and now podcaster. So I can't imagine, but it's just sad because year after year after year, and now they've committed to this back to the beginning show, and Ozzy's like in tears and the worst pain ever, saying like they finally spent these years fixing his vertebrae, and right as it fixed, he caught sepsis and the one below it cracked. And he was just sitting there like in so much pain, and him and Sharon are crying, and they had to wonder what the next year or two would look like. Well, little would we find out, there wouldn't be a next year or two, super unfortunately. So the documentary is heavy, but there is a very optimistic undertone, which is one, music slash just the thing you love, whether it's what, no matter what it is, that gives you a superpower unlike any science or medicine can provide, because Ozzy would go to these shows or go to the studio and record the music, and then um he would have this rush of energy like a superhero, and then he'd be all excited like, let's go home, let's do the physical therapy, let's totally go back on stage and perform and keep this energy going. But just like all humans, you sleep and then you lose that buzz, you lose that energy, and the next day you're unable to harness that power that you amazingly experienced for a little bit. So the I understand also that a lot of people are going through a lot of hardships. So I don't want to say, here's your solution, or it won't be that bad if you just do this. But I will say, there's something real when it comes to flow state. When you're doing the thing you love and you're just thinking about that thing, there comes relief with that. So and also putting a date on the calendar and finding something to look forward to, a thing to get yourself in that mindset. I think these are good things we can learn from Ozzy, ways that he can impact our lives, and something to strongly consider. So that was the optimistic undertone, at least I took from the documentary, was that how he conquered, he accomplished these amazing things. He also, there's a book release called Last Rites. It's a memoir, I think, covering a similar time frame. That book came out today. I have not purchased it yet. I haven't read it, but I'd like to do a nice walk to the bookstore on Sunset Strip in the next few days and see if it's for sale and buy it. If it's not $3,000 million like everything else is, um, I wonder what different details are in that book. Let me know if you've read the book, if you liked it. Now, another thing, this guy, Youngblood, he is doing a podcast run in LA. It looks like he was on Bill Maher and now this new podcast with Jack Osborne. So we have a few Youngblood podcasts to check up on. Bill Maher and Jack Osborne. I'm not sure what we're going to learn, but I did hear the one clip when Youngblood was on Bill Maher saying he was just getting to know Ozzy, and he knew things were not great, but he also didn't think things would just so suddenly end. He thought they would have time to drink tea together and walk through a garden and hang out. But little did he know, um, those couple times would be the only times. Okay, moving on to other news. It seems that there's a lot of excitement with Wolfgang Van Halen. He is releasing his third album with his band Mammoth WVH. Or are they just called Mammoth now? They are sounding great, and they opened. I forgot who they opened for. I don't want to pretend like I know. I've listened to his first album a couple of times. Like what I heard, I just, to be honest, can't remember off the top of my head any songs. I'd like to know him more. You know what? I think it's really important I learn more Youngblood and Wolf Van Halen. Whoever is listening to this, um, comment your favorite Wolf Van Halen or Youngblood music, because I'm due for a Youngblood-a-thon or Mammoth-a-thon, right? And I really hope this audio is working. I can hear it in my headphones. I'm not sure if it's coming through on YouTube. Lastly, let's touch more on Rush returning. Yeah, this is kind of a crazy time. My favorite people are on the headlines: Rush and Ozzy Osbourne. Rush is my favorite band. Ozzy's my favorite singer. Sabbath is the heaviest band. Can't get enough of either one of them. They just make music exactly how I want to hear it. And if you hear my music, I think you can hear a lot of inspiration. Rush announced yesterday. Holy shit. Nobody even expected it. I rolled out of bed, saw what's this video, and then someone in the comments ruined the tour announcement before I had the chance to even watch the video. And I'm like, holy shit. North American mini tour. Pre-sale tickets go on Thursday, 12 p.m. Not 9 a.m. October 9th. That's where I got the 9. Um, they go on sale, and it's let me see if I remember. It's amazing. When it comes to like my real job, my work job, I can't remember things, but let's see. Let's see how well I can remember this right now. LA 2 shows, 1 Mexico City show, 2 Fort Worth shows, 2 Chicago, 2 New York, 2 Toronto. Okay, now I'm curious. Did I just get that whole thing right? Rush tour. Rush tour dates. Because that should tell you 2 Chicago, 2 New York, 2 Toronto. Oh, I got it all right, except Cleveland is the last show. These are taking place from June to September of 2026. It's like 2025 just started and now it's over. Rush returns, and I said in my video, I called her Annika Niles, and just because that's how Getty Lee pronounced her name. But people are commenting that it's pronounced Anika Niles, and someone said the last name is pronounced Nils. So Anika Nils is. Please let me know how to pronounce that name correctly. I'd love to know and pronounce it the correct way from here on forward. Anyway, my name is Alex Guff. I'm going to start posting daily rock music news. This is a podcast. This is episode 2. I'm a rock musician out of LA. That's still my main thing, playing guitar, writing, making music, but I'm always talking about things going on. And sometimes when there's nothing going on, I love to talk about the history and just the coolest aspects of rock. And thought, why not lean into this whole news thing, because it seems to be a thing that gets a lot of conversations going, and I have fun doing it. I'm talking about it anyways, and I learn a lot of things like how to pronounce names or which albums I should check out. So follow, subscribe to stay in touch, and turn on the notifications to be notified every time I post something. It's usually the latest thing going on with either rock news or my new rock music, which I think you'll like if you like all the people that I like. Those are my inspirations. My music is available. It's linked everywhere. It's in the description of this video or in the about section of my channel. It's easy to find. It's my name, Alex Goff. It's on all available streaming services. And yeah, I think I just said everything. So have a good night and see you tomorrow.